what to do, boys.
When do we start?
I'll give you the signal. Paul, you stay with me. Keep everything covered. I'll take it all, Dad.
Don't you dad me. Man and boy, I've opened this bank every morning for 30 years. I ain't never been stuck up, and I'm too darned old to start now. Tain't no use destroying property. That pencil would have lasted me another month yet.
All right, Dad. Shove it over.
You ain't been brung up proper.
Shooting at each other.
That's that setter fellow, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, he's acting downright dishonest. He ought to be plumb ashamed of himself.
Anyone I know where they'll head for. Come on.
Mighty nice of the sheriff to ride on by. It'll take him quite a while to pick up our trail again. Feels like there's plenty there for all of us.
Yeah, we could have made a clean getaway if it hadn't been for poor old Baldy.
The funny thing about Baldy, I was telling him only last week, there wasn't any use for him to save his money.
So far, everything's worked out just fine. That's right. I couldn't have done no better myself. Easy, Setter. I'd sure hate bad to have to shoot a right nice fellow like you. You're covered plenty. I figured you fellas would head for here. That's what I'd have done.
You know, partner, I knew a fella once that sat down on one of these things and blew his thumb clean off.
Right nice of you to go to all this trouble, Setter. And don't think I'm not much obliged to you.
You're winning this time, Nevada. The next time I run across you, it's going to be my turn.
If I was you, I wouldn't stop riding till I was clean out of this state.
And don't let this slip your mind. I'll be getting you one of these days.
The trouble with you, Setter, is you don't stay with your trade. You're probably one of the best horse thieves in the whole doggone West. From now on, you'd better stick to it. But right now, you'd better get going, because Sheriff Jim Henry's got a one-track mind. If I was you, I'd go 1,000 miles away from here. Goodbye, Mr. Setter.
We must have overrode this trail, I reckon. You boys fan out. We'll go back a ways and pick it up.
Well, let's see what that fellow Setter was doing in that bank.
I thought you said Sheriff Jim Henry was on the trail.
I was just joking. Takes old Jim 3 days to make up his mind. You know, Weary, I've been thinking. Maybe you and me ought to try South America for a while.
Oh, that's a good idea. I've always had a hankering to eat some of that Spanish food.
Yeah, they tell me the girls are right pretty down there. What's the matter? Practicing the fandango already, you old idiot? Now, where did that thing come from?
Where do you suppose it come from?
Now, listen to reason, Sheriff. Nevada and me ain't done no harm. We was just trying to help you.
Yeah, we just been talking about you. We decided to sit here and wait until you caught up with us.
I just happened to hear what you said about South America. You know, I had some plans in the back of my head for you, Nevada. I was hoping you got around to cutting out your devils. You sure turned out a mighty disappointment to me.
I reckon you figure we ought to go back to town with you.
Old Judge Hooker'd be powerful grateful if you did. Hey, Sheriff! Up there, boys.
Now you got us all wrong, Jim. You know, we're going to let you take all the credit for getting this money back. Yeah, we're in me a riding.
Where's Hall?
Him and Sam are on guard up the pass. Hall's been kind of jumpy since we got in this country. Tell him I want to see him when he gets in.
Going any place in particular?
Yes, I'm going to Forlorn River.
You know this country pretty well?
No, this is my first trip in.
Little off the beaten path, ain't you?
I guess I won't get lost.
Just to make sure you won't, you're going back the other way. This is private property, stranger.
I wouldn't go back 25 miles for anybody. If you step to one side, I'll be on my way.
Maybe you're right. Good luck. Reckon that stopped him from doing any talking?
Sometimes I think you're too handy with your gun, Bill. You think you had to kill him?
Don't remember thinking much about it. This is the best place we found a hole up in since we crossed the state line. I figure there's no sense in letting anyone know he was here. One man more or less in this country don't mean nothing.
This one might.
Well, meaning just what?
He was David Ward, government man from Fort Apache. Over here to buy horses for the Army.
Well, you told me it was his first trip through this section.
It was. This was to introduce him to old man Blaine at Forlorn River. He's going to buy his horses.
You reckon old man Blaine was expecting that fella?
That's what this letter says.
Well, then let's burn that paper and get busy before anyone starts asking questions.
Now, don't get in a hurry. I'm thinking.
Thinking what?
You stay here and look after the boys for a while.
You ain't gonna leave, are you?
Yeah. I got an idea, and I'm going to do something about it.
How many head of horses do you need, Mr. Ward?
All the good ones we can get. You know the officers at Fort Apache are particular about quality.
Yeah, Army regulations, I suppose. Well, I've got about 800 head, sound animals, every one of them.
I could use twice that many. Where would you suggest my getting the rest of them?
Quite a few herds scattered around among the ranches in the valley. Mr. Winters, Mr. Lee have several hundred more.
I'd like to buy from someone I know, like yourself, Mr. Blaine. You're highly recommended. I can depend on you.
That goes for most of the ranches in this country.
I'm glad to hear that. Suppose you could get them to throw their herds in with yours, then I can buy them all from you?
Reckon that'd work out all right?
Well, it'll be a convenience to me and probably work out satisfactorily for you.
Then we'll call it a deal.
That's right. It is a deal.
When do you want them?
I want to leave here in about 10 days. Can you have them rounded up and ready by that time?
I think we can do that. Start getting them in first thing in the morning.
I'll see you the first thing in the morning, then.
No such thing, Mr. Ward. Why not make your headquarters right here at my ranch?
Well, that's very kind of you, but I've already made arrangements in town. I'll be by, though, to see you get started.
All right, Mr. Ward.
This the Blaine Ranch?
Yep.
A fella here named Ben-Eyed?
Yep.
Hey, you reckon I could see him?
Yep.
Maybe if you put a nickel in, they'll play you a tune.
You find Ben Ide over there in those trees, getting things ready for the barbecue.
You mean there's going to be meat eating and all that sort of thing going on?
Hog ham and heifer. Maybe a little bear meat with wildcat gravy.
Thanks.
Don't pay any attention to us, Ben. Just pretend we ain't here.
Oh, Nevada, you old coyote.
Hiya, Ben.
Thought you fellas were 1,000 miles away. What are you doing here?
Oh, just started in this direction. Couldn't seem to stop. You know how it is, just drifting around.
Well, we was on our way to South America, but the fellow that was putting up the money run out on us.
This is Miss Ina Blaine.
Sure. When you two get grown up, maybe your dad's going to let you get married. This is Mr. Weary Pierce.
Hello, Mom.
Hello. How'd you ever find Ben way out here?
Oh, just an accident. We was over in Forlorn River this morning. The fellow told us Ben was the foreman of this outfit.
We heard you was going to have a barbecue, and we thought maybe you could use a couple of top hands.
You mean you want to go to work?
No, Weary means he really wants to go to eat. He's always hungry.
Seriously, how about giving me a hand? In a few days, we're starting the biggest drive this outfit's ever handled.
Horses?
Horses for the Army at Fort Apache. That's why we're celebrating.
How about it? Oh, I'm so hungry, I'm afraid I can't fight back. I guess we'll have to go to work.
When do we start?
Right now.
Put your horses over in the corral and come back here and help us get things ready.
Right.
Your friend Weary seems to be suffering from a budding romance. Looks like love at first sight.
I never knew Weary to be interested in women before. Who is she?
Well, that's Miss Millie, our cook.
Weary's case, that about explains everything. Thank you.
You're fast on your feet, Mr. Pierce.
Oh, shucks, that ain't nothing. You ought to see me after that.
Well, you just ate.
Oh, that was just a snack. I'm starving right now. If you'll excuse me, Miss
Well,
Millie.
this is only our third dance. You can eat any time.
Oh, but Miss Millie...
Let's just dance, Mr. Pierce. I'm sorry, Mr. Pierce. I didn't know I was going to...
Hello, Sheriff.
Hello, Blaine. Hello, it is.
Hello.
Shake hands with Mr. Ward.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know you, Sheriff.
Good to eat.
Things are getting underway. Looks like they're having a right nice time.
Well, they're celebrating. You know, Ward, this horse deal is going to bring a lot of money into this community.
Well, for one, I'm plenty obliged to you.
Glad I'm in a position to do it, Mr. Winters.
Hello. This country's crawling with skunks and centipedes. Come on, let's get out of here. Take it easy. But you can't let her shoot this crib at a party.
I reckon Weary and me will be running along.
Oh, but you're not going to leave the party. Besides, you haven't finished eating yet.
Yeah, what's the big hurry?
Well, Weary here is over Ed again. It's giving him the stomachache.
Oh, wait a minute. There's the boss. I want you to meet him before you go. Oh, Mr. Blaine.
What is it, man? Having a nice time, Miss Ina?
Yes, thank
Well,
you.
Mr. Blaine, this is Nevada and Weary.
How do you do?
Glad to know you both. And this is Mr. David Ward.
I beg pardon, I didn't get that name.
David Ward.
David Ward. Oh, yes, David Ward. You know, for a minute, I thought you was an old friend of mine.
Your mistake. I'm sure I'd remembered if I'd ever been a friend of yours.
Mr. Ward's the man who's buying our horses for the Army.
That's so. Been buying horses very long, Mr. Ward?
Quite a while. Interesting business, too.
Reckon you have to go a long way sometimes to find good ones.
Sometimes you have to go a long way to get what you want. Have you got a dance with me, Miss Ina?
Better not let the boys dance too much, Ben. Lots of work to do in the morning.
I've got everything all set. I'm taking on Nevada and Weary here for the drive. They're top hand, and we'll need them.
I'm glad to have you with us, boys. We can always use good men.
It's a great country out here, Miss Anna.
You really like it?
Well enough to want to settle down and live here.
Well, I'm sure folks would be glad to have you.
With you?
How long you say Ward's been out here?
Came in about a week ago.
You've been working pretty fast.
I saw it for myself several times. The boss seems to think pretty well of himself. Says he knows his business.
I don't doubt it.
You thought you'd seen him before, didn't you?
Looks like a fella I run across in a banking deal once.
According to the boss, Ward's been with the government quite a while.
Reckon he knows a lot about horses. Maybe I can get him to give me some pointers.
Weary, let's get going. Good evening, Mr. Ward. You know, what you said about buying horses kind of interested me. I thought maybe I could help you buy them.
Why don't you stay out of this, Nevada? It's none of your business.
Maybe not. Up to the time when it begins to interfere with an old friend of mine.
Blaine?
No, Ben Ives.
My business is with Blaine. Ben Ives got nothing to do with it.
Just to make sure, I guess you better tell me what's stampeding around in that crooked mind of yours.
You should talk about crooked minds. I haven't forgotten what you did to me the last time I saw you.
For which you promised to shoot me on sight. Well, what's stopping you?
All right, you've had your joke. Now let's get down to business.
Yeah. What is this business of yours, buying horses for the Army?
That's straight.
It couldn't be.
Here are my credentials. The Army thinks I'm all right. So does Mr. Blaine and the rest of the people around here. And so do you. Chances favor there's more money posted on your face around this country than there is on mine. Now, you handle yourself right, and we'll get along together.
No, I don't think I'll take any part of you right now, Stetter. But I'll be around. I might even join the Army to see what you're doing.
Well, I didn't hear no shooting.
Give me time. Just give me time.
So Sutter was trying to tell you he was a reformed man. For a man that ain't above hiding rattlesnakes in his grandmammy's wheelchair, that's sure funny goings on.
Take it easy today, Sam. Your brands yesterday were a little uneven.
Works perfect today.
I thought maybe you forgot we was up here.
I've been busy.
I've been wondering what you've been doing, Setter.
For the time being, my name's Ward. I'm buying Blaine's horses for the Army. If we're ready to take the trail in a day or two.
Easy as that, huh?
This is going to be the biggest deal we've ever put over.
Blaine rounds up the horses for you, and we take them, huh?
Yeah, right. Then we sell them to the Army ourselves.
Well, Fort Apache, that's where this fellow Ward came from.
No. We'll run them to Fort Laramie, Wyoming.
Not a cloud in your sky, nor a knot in your road.
Yeah, just one. Nevada showed up at Forlorn River.
And you shot him?
No. That's what you're going to do.
Feather, that's what I'd call first-class reforming.
Fine stock, Mr. Blaine. The officers at Fort Apache will be well pleased.
Well, I hope so. I don't mind telling you, Ward, that every dollar I've got is running down that canyon right now. Well, you're moving them right out. Never saw them round up any smoother.
We had a little trouble over the ridge just now.
Didn't lose any horses.
No, but we nearly lost Nevada here. Somebody took a shot at him.
Probably some of the boys hazing the horses with their guns. Now, I've told them not to do that.
Wasn't any of our boys. I've checked up with them.
You weren't hit, were you?
No, just knocked the dust out of my hat.
Well, probably some hunter moving around. Bullets come from a long ways off sometimes.
I guess you're right. This one must have come from just about 1,000 miles.
Good thing you can joke about it. If it was me, I'd be looking up the man that held that gun.
I'm planning on doing just that.
Well, keep the horses going, boys. It probably won't happen again in 10 years.
Yes, sir.
That bothers me. Who do you suppose took a shot at him?
I'm surprised that fellow Nevada hasn't been shot long ago. I haven't wanted to annoy you with this, Mr. Blaine, but I knew the minute I saw him with your riders last night you were in for trouble.
Why, you know the man?
First time I ever saw him in my life. But I know his reputation. He always manages to show up wherever the Army's buying horses. Usually some of them disappear.
You sure you're right? Ben Hyde told me he'd known Nevada for years, that he's a good friend of his.
I'm sorry to hear that. You're sure of young Hyde, aren't you?
Well, of course. He's been with me for 3 years, almost like one of the family. You must be mistaken about Nevada, Ward.
Now, he answers the description of the fellow I'm talking about.
That's a right nice song, boys. Thanks.
He likes it because it's Miss Ina's favorite.
Yeah, he's a hoping she was a listener.
Uh-oh. I reckon she was.
You'll be gone a long time, Ben.
It'll sure seem that way to me.
I'm sorry you're going. But in a way, I'm glad.
Just what is it you're trying to tell me?
Oh, it isn't anything, really.
You mean Ward, don't you?
Yes. He imagines he's fallen in love with me.
I reckon you can't hold it against him. I did that myself.
I think I'll be happier when he's gone, though.
You can quit worrying in 2 or 3 days. They'll be all rounded up and ready to go.
Now, remember, you're not to elope with any of those good-looking Arizona girls.
I kind of intended to get married right here. Maybe when I get back.
Maybe you will.
Of course, it's your business, Mr. Blaine. But since I've been out here, I've come to think mighty well of you and your little family. I'd hate to have anything go wrong with this horse deal.
What can go wrong?
The contract calls for payment when the horses are safely delivered to Fort Apache. Until that time, the risk is all yours.
Still worrying about that fellow Nevada? Huh?
I'm not worried. That's your lookout.
Well, I'll take the risk with Ben Hyde on the job. Nevada or nobody else will fool him.
Probably not. Unless, of course, he decides to fool himself.
It'd be pretty hard to prove to me that Ben would ever do that.
I hope I'm wrong.
Good night, Ben.
Good night, Ina.
Good night.
Good night, Miss Ina.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, honey. What's your hurry, Ben?
I reckon I'll be riding the #1 herd myself tonight. They've been getting restless. Good night.
Good night.
Can't you make up your mind?
When I'm eating this here lemon pie, something inside of me tells me it's the best. Then I get a piece of the apple, and I'm all confused again.
What you need, Weary, is a woman to make up your mind for you. I've been wondering how you missed marrying a good cook a long time ago.
You know, that very same thought has just been coming to me.
Oh, it's lovely to cook for a man who knows good food. I've been depending on your opinion of my pies.
And I ain't going to turn you down either. Now, you just get me another slice of each of these to sort of make my mind up on.
Weary! Oh, Weary!
The man I marry will never go hungry.
Weary!
Excuse me, Mom. I'll try and be back later for a snack.
What do you want? You've come between me and my victuals.
Come on, we're riding herd with Ben tonight.
I see Ben Hyde's taking company with him.
Anything wrong with that?
Money does strange things to men sometimes, Mr. Blaine. Even good men.
What's the matter with you, Nevada? You getting a little timid in your old age? Meaning just what? Well, it seems like that Sutter fella is kind of pushing you around. Right now, Sutter has a top spot with the folks around here. I'm not fool enough to believe I can talk him down. Shooting your hat off doesn't seem to make you very mad, does it? When Sutter plays his hand, I'll be setting in. If I don't like it, I'll call him. Well, I guess that's a good poker plan.
Evening, Ben. Oh, hello, Mr. Ward. You're riding late tonight.
You seem busy yourself. Where are your night hawks?
They're out home the herd.
I'm going to start checking horses tomorrow. Mr. Blaine asked me to ride over and tell you to have 100 head of his best stock over in Mesquite Canyon by 2 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be there myself to pick them out.
Mesquite Canyon? That's funny.
Why funny?
Oh, it's quite a bit out of the way. On the trail across the mountain.
That's what Mr. Blaine wants.
These horses to beat from Mr. Blaine's herd?
Doesn't make any difference. Just pick your best ones.
You can depend upon them being there. You want you to step down and have some coffee?
No, thanks. I'll be getting along. Good night.
How much farther is Mesquite Canyon?
Up around the shoulder of that next hill.
Ah.
Get those branding irons.
They're coming.
Come on, Sam. This ain't going to be no safe place for honest folks.
What do you make of it, Sheriff?
Well, they come this way, all right. They're heading for Mesquite Canyon.
Well, I'd rather lose every head of stock I've got than to believe that Ben Hyde would steal my horses.
That may be your idea, but I feel different. Some of them's my horses.
Horses, none of my business. I haven't bought the horses yet. You don't care whether they're stolen or not. That's your lookout.
Come on.
Hey, when are you going to cook some lunch?
As soon as Ward gets through checking these horses.
There's a fire over there. Looks like they got here ahead of us.
What's it look like to you, Ben? Looks like Mr. Blaine's getting ready to do some branding.
You mean Blaine's going to put the Army brand on them horses before the drive starts?
Will it see it?
It's a new one on me. Maybe Mr. Ward's a different kind of Army buyer. That ain't no Army brand. I ain't never seen one like that before.
You mean horse thieves?
Well, I've heard of such fellas.
I'm sorry this strike's so close to home, Mr. Blaine. But it looks like the information I got this morning was pretty straight.
Glad you got here, Mr. Blaine. I think we've run across some horse thieves.
Well, that's what we think.
How many horses you got with you?
About 100 head.
Well, you got to hand it to them. It looks like they picked the best of the bunch.
What are you doing with them up here?
Well, those are Mr. Blaine's orders.
I'm sorry, Ben. I didn't believe that this could happen.
I suppose he told you to change the brand on them, too.
Now get this straight. Last night, Mr. Ward brought me word that this is what Mr. Blaine wanted done. When we got the stock here, this fire was going and these eyes were in it.
Of course, you know that's nonsense.
Well, you dirty lying skunk.
Take it easy, Ben. Don't go picking on Mr. Ward. I got plans for him.
I'd rather not get mixed up in this. I can always buy horses somewhere else.
Hey, a deal's a deal, Mr. Ward, and we're holding you to it. I reckon we know how to take care of horse thieves. Take 'em back to town.
All right. Put him up, Pa. All three of you.
That's my pie. I could kill you for that.
All right, get on your horses and head for town.
Fourth time running, I've drawn the ace of spades.
Looks like old man Bad Luck's got you with a seat of the britches. Drive starts tomorrow afternoon.
That's good news. I'm worn out waiting.
You and Sam will stay in town. With that in jail, I plan on your taking his place in the drive.
Suits me. I love horses.
Now, this is the idea. You and Sam ride out and ask Blaine for a job tomorrow, just as the herd starts moving. He'll need hands. Now, Duke, get this straight. I figure the drive will reach Superstition Pass day after tomorrow, about noon. Be there in plenty of time. When the raid starts, send half the boys after Blaine's riders. Hold them off and shoot straight.
What about the horses?
As soon as the shooting starts, have Shorty and the rest of the boys run the herd out of the pass.
Now, that leaves a pretty broad trail.
Spread them out. Pan them over rocky flats. Then bunch them up again and get them out of the hills. Have you got that?
Practically done.
And no mistakes this time. It goes for everybody. Duke, you better start back to Hidden Valley. Now, you two make yourselves scarce until it's time for you.
You know, Burley, the main thing I got against staying in jail is it don't give me time enough to decide which of your pies is best. Now, on the other hand, if I had one of them apple pies you bake, then maybe I'd be able to decide for certain which was which.
I'll bake your pie every hour, Weary, if it'll make you any happier.
Too bad, Miss Millie. You don't know how to make real apple pie.
Why,
Now, wait a minute, Miss Millie. Down where I come from, they sometimes make extra special apple pies. You know, it's the filling in a pie that counts. Now, if you was to bake an apple pie with the right kind of apples, you might give Weary something that really stick to a man's ribs.
Yeah, I'd even be willing to share that sort of pie with Nevada here.
You mean,
Of course, it's just an idea. But for a fella in Weary's fix, accused of horse stealing and liable to be lynched, it's time to do some extra fancy baking.
I'm beginning to get a new outlook on life.
Time to go, Miss Millie. I reckon you folks talked long enough now.
Well, thank you, Sheriff. I have to get back to my baking. I'm going to bring the boys another pie the first thing tomorrow morning.
I was just trying to decide which one of her pies was the champion.
Well, for a fellow that ain't going to get no pie for the next 20 years, you've certainly got a lot of curiosity about her.
Well, goodbye, boys. I'll see you early tomorrow.
Goodbye, Millie.
Go on, girlie. She's as pretty as a spotted pony. Let's hope she's got as much sense.
I hope I'm not too much bother, Sheriff.
Oh, no. Every pie you bring them fellas cuts the county food bill down just that much. You know, that fellow Weary has had almost everything in town now.
Hey, Sheriff.
Yeah.
Got a complaint to make.
What's gnawing at you now?
We thought maybe you'd let us have Ben Ide in here with us.
What for?
Like a third hand at poker.
We've been playing old maid so long we're all wore out.
I reckon you fellas caused enough trouble when you three were together before. Say, there ain't nobody ever made a fool out of me yet, and I'm too old to start now.
That's a pretty nice record.
Ben Ide stays in his own cell, and you stay in yours.
Dad, you're not going without doing something for Ben, are you? Oh, but I tell you, Dad, Ben couldn't have had anything to do with stealing those horses.
There's no use of going over all that again. I'm afraid this is something that I can't do anything about.
But we know Ben, Dad. He couldn't do such a thing. You know he couldn't.
Yeah, I've tried to believe that. If it was only me, Ben could go his way unharmed no matter what he had done.
Ben is not a horse thief.
Listen, Ina, you can't refuse to take the word of a man like Ward. Why, he heard the whole plot.
I don't believe him. I never trusted him.
Well, I wish Winters and some of the others felt the same way about it.
Winter?
Why, some of those horses belong to him, and he's very bitter about it. I'm afraid that Ben is going to have to stay in jail and stand trial just the same as anybody else. Well, I've got to go now, honey. Goodbye, and take care of yourself.
It'll be a long drive, Mr. Blaine, but it'll be worth it.
It's just about the biggest thing that ever happened in Forlorn River.
Better tell Winters not to move him too fast. We don't want to thin him out.
Oh, he knows that without telling. We'll take every hoof of him into Fort Apache in good shape.
You, Mr. Blaine?
I'm Blaine.
We heard you could use a couple of men on this drive, so we rode right over.
Well, it's a long ride. Do you think you can make it?
We're saddle broke.
That's good. Report to Mr. Winters down there. He's moving the herd.
Here it is. Glad you knew where to look for it. Hurry, Miss Millie, before somebody comes. This sugar syrup will seal it so nobody can tell the difference. Get me the largest plate you can find. Here. I'll give it to Ben. He'll know what to do with it. You'll do no such thing. This is Weary's pie. I'll take it myself. One look at your scared face, and Sheriff Gurney would suspect the whole thing.
Do you think so?
I know it.
Oh.
Looks like they're going to make an example out of them fellers. Forlorn River is going to be known as the toughest place in the West for horse thieves. Wouldn't surprise me if they hung them.
Good morning, Sheriff. Good morning, Hank.
Good morning, Miss Millie.
I brought the boys the pie I promised.
You're too good-hearted, Miss Millie. Well, you have to take a little look. Jail regulations, you understand. Well, sure's a healthy-looking animal.
Yes, I made a big one on purpose. Poor boys, they can use it.
What's plum fitting to eat? Hank, suppose we have a sliver of it, eh?
Don't you dare put that knife in this pie.
Well, why not?
Well, you've been cutting chewing tobacco with it.
That adds a little flavor to it. Here. All right, Miss Millie. Nobody but that fella where he could eat pie at us or in the morning anyhow.
Can I go in now?
Just put it down there. I'll take it in directly. I'll be back as well, Sheriff. All right, Hank.
Well, this pie is steaming hot, and if you think I'm going to let it sit here and get cold, you're mistaken.
All right, Miss Millie. But don't blame me if them boys are still in their nightgowns. Come on. Here it comes. Get back from the door.
Here's your pie.
Gee, thanks, Miss Millie. I'm sure this is going to be my favorite.
Well, eat hearty, boys. Say, it wouldn't hurt you none to save me a piece of that pie.
Reckon I'll be doing that, Sheriff.
Just so you'll have something to remember us by.
Thanks a lot, Miss Millie.
It's in here all right. She weighs the ton.
Boy, if the sheriff had got his hands on this, we'd have been gone roosters.
Well, how'll we go about it?
Say, remember that time we was in jail down in Amarillo?
What's going on in there? Hey, what's going on in there? Get up from that. What do you think you're doing here? Get up from that. Just want to say goodbye to you, Sheriff. Sorry, Sheriff. Hey, Salim and I home like this, but we want to see the world. You know, go places. And you can't do this to me. I'm the sheriff. Cut off somebody. Get me out of here, son. I'll arrest you for this. Get me out of here. Come on out of there, boy. We'll never forget you for this, Millie. Thanks, Millie. Same here. So long, girlie.
Hey, ain't you forgot something?
I know what you mean, but I ain't got time. Where are we headed for?
Mr. Ward, I got business with him.
You sure took your time getting me out of jail there.
I've been for blacksmith, you'd be in there, yeah.
Look. I smell bacon a-cooking.
You wait here, I'll be back. Here we've been on the trail nearly 2 solid months. And what's it got us?
Chet, I told you when we left. I aim to keep the trail till I got Les Sutter, and I'm doing just that. I want Les Sutter worse than I ever wanted any man before. As long as he's loose, he's just plain poison. It ain't easy for a gang the size of Sutter's to ride through the country without folks taking notice. You boys keep right on eating just like nothing was happening, but there's a gun sticking in the back of my neck.
I'd like to have a talk with you, Jim Henry.
Shucks, it's Nevada. Come on out and talk. You can eat while you're doing it. Did you have to stick that gun in the back of my neck?
I just wanted you to know how I felt when you did that to me back yonder.
Get your nose in that feed trough.
Ain't got time. Jim, I'd like to make you a little proposition.
I wonder what's keeping Nevada.
Sheriff Grundy's broke jail. Come on.
You made a long trip for Sutter, and I'm telling you how to get him. And if it'll make you feel any better, you can take me back, too.
Sounds all right to me.
Riders coming up the trail. Let's move on.
Hurry up, boys. fellas shooting me?
Us, it's a posse from Forlorn River. They're after worrying me.
Well, ain't no hick shove going to chase me. I'll let them know who I am.
They'll shoot you first and listen to you after. Better play this my way.
There ain't nothing but trouble wherever you are.
Where are you planning on making camp tonight?
Pretty soon after we get through Superstition Pass. Good grazing, plenty of water.
Better send a couple of boys up ahead to hold them back when they get in the open.
I've already done that.
You better begin to pick yourself a good rock to hide behind.
Remember your orders. Find sand. You can stick together. And this time, don't waste ammunition on people's hats.
Here they come. Now, don't forget what I told you. Be sure who you're shooting at.
Hey, Shorty says to tell you it's all set. He'll cut the herd as soon as your boys start shooting.
You won't have long to wait.
That's terrible. Keep that up and you're liable to stampede the herd.
That's opera music. Horses love it. Only mules like you can't appreciate good music when you hear it.
Buying horses for the army.
Yeah, come on with it.
There's your horses, Mr. Blaine. I kind of worked up an appetite getting them, though.
Mr. Setter here is yearning to reform. Thought maybe you could help him, Jim Henry.
I'm going to be proud to help him.
Hey, what's going on here?
Well, some of us have been making fools of ourselves, and you arrived here just in time to be counted in.
Me? Come on, Setter.
Setter?
Yeah?
He is Setter.
Yeah.
You're under arrest.
I've already arrested him.
He's in my county. Come on with me.
My county has a charge against him ahead of you.
Is that so? But we got it in my county.
Now, don't argue with
I ain't
me.
arguing with anybody. He's coming with me.
You listen to what I
Come
say.
on. This feller was arrested in my county, and here he stays till I hang him.
I've had a warrant for Les Setter since before you quit wearing three-corner pants, and I'm taking him home with me.
And I'm filing charges against him right here for murder.
Look, Sheriff, Jim Henry has trailed this hombre 1,000 miles.
Well, he might have done the trailing, but I am doing the hanging.
Suppose you boys divide Setter. There's a $2,000 reward out for him. Jim takes him home, collects the reward, sends him back to you, and you hang him.
Is that so, Sheriff?
You can depend on it.
Well, don't forget, I'll be waiting for him.
Goodbye, Ben. Goodbye, Nevada. Goodbye, Miss Anna. I'll be back one of these days.
Sorry you're going.
I'm mighty grateful to you. You saved me a lot of horses and a son-in-law. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
It's going to be wonderful, Weary. Better than roaming all over the country with that fellow Nevada.
It's going to make me mighty happy, Miss Millie.
I'm talking straight, Nevada. You can quit your devilment and be my chief deputy, or you can go to jail. Which would it be?
I'll be thinking it over.
What's the matter?
Why, I'm full. I'm full, I tell you. For the first time in my life. So long, Gurley.
Hey, Nevada, wait for Weary.
Making pretty good money, Bud.
Yeah, but money and everything.
Know anything that'll take its place?
No, but we won't be making so much money if our men don't stop going to town every Saturday and getting drunk and beat up in Old Taylor's saloon. Get plumb monotonous.
I know a lot of people like to be bored that way.
Not me. I crave action and excitement.
I crave food. How about that breakfast?
Come on right up. Hey, Price. Back settle. When I lose my bets with blackjack, it's time for a change of scenery. Hey, wait a minute.
Where you going, Bud?
I'm going to town with the boys. The way I feel right now, I'm going to set them an example of how shame them into staying sober.
I'll go right along with you, boy. Move over. Let's go.
Mighty careless shooting, Miss Lane. You might have hurt somebody.
I meant to, and there's another one of them back there. I guess the other man ran away, too.
Who were they?
A couple of would-be bad men I've seen hanging around town.
Probably some old man Taylor's gang. That's where all the trouble comes from.
Did they do any damage?
No, I think they're trying to scare us out. We're buying this place from Horace Black, the lawyer. I wouldn't put it past him to be behind it.
That doesn't make sense. I always had an idea that Black was square.
Then you don't know him very well.
Where's your brother?
In town, like everybody else, spending what little money we have on drinking and gambling.
You see? Old man Taylor again. Maybe him and Lawyer Black are in cahoots. I tell you, that Taylor place is going to be run out of business.
Figuring on drinking it dry, Bud?
Well, that's one way, but it'd be a whole lot quicker to buy it and give it away.
If you expect trouble, Miss Lane, why don't you notify the sheriff?
I can handle it, but thanks anyhow.
Oh, don't mention it. By the way, next time you do any shooting, you call your shots. I ain't had time to look yet, but I think I'm packing some of your lead.
If you need any help, you know where to find it.
Thanks.
Good morning, gentlemen. Morning, Mr. Black. How's the law business? Oh, fair. Did I hear a rumor you'd like to sell your mine? If you did, it's wrong. Well, if you ever want to sell, give me first chance. I didn't know that you were in that business. Well, I'm not, but I might have a client who would be interested.
Hey, what kind of devil talk is that? He says he wants to buy, and yet he ain't in that business.
Lawyers always talk that way, Bud.
Hey, you suppose that's why we pay them lawyers, to find out what they mean?
That's right. Now, you remember that.
Hey, where's Taylor?
Not here.
I didn't ask you where he's not. I asked you where he is.
I don't know where he is. I'm not worried. What do you have?
Food.
You know where to get the food.
Hey, a couple of hungry customers. How about a little service?
You'll get it when it's ready in
be a paying customer.
Oh? Then how do you like this?
I'd like to buy this place so I could fire that kitchen gopher.
You're not getting any ideas, are you, Bud?
Well, it'll be a lot of fun to run a place like this. I could get even with a lot of people I know. Well, I can dream, can't I?
What luck?
Oh, none at all.
Why? Oh, I don't like this kind of business. In the first place, I don't like to fight a woman, especially a good-looking one. And then when said woman starts to throw a lot of lead, well, it's just too much for me, that's all.
I told you to frighten her, not fight her. I want that lane spread, and I intend to have it.
Are you sure it's the ranch you're interested in? Or the girl?
Another remark like that, and I'll kill you.
Oh, don't get sore. I was only kidding.
I don't like that kind of humor. We'll get on with the tailor job tonight. When I get through with him, he'd be glad to give his place away. Ain't like homemade grub, at least I didn't have to cook it.
The victuals ain't nothing like they used to be when I was around here handling the skillet.
What do you know about cooking, Webfoot?
The name is Webb, and you know it. Now listen, stop calling me Webfoot.
Well, you're hanging around on that slop water all the time. You ought to be Webfoot by now. Did you used to cook here, Webb?
Darn right I did. Till old Taylor bought the place, and then he fetched his own cook.
Hey, where is Taylor?
Oh, he's out buying cartridges. You see, he expects trouble. And I expect he's right, too.
I told you so. Taylor's going to shoot up our men, and we got to do something. What, for instance, Bud? I don't know, but I'm going to corner that old coot as soon as he comes in and give him a piece of my mind. Better take it easy. You haven't got much to spare. Move it over, Webb.
Why, you... What do you got?
Big queen.
That beats me.
Where you going, Lane? You all through?
I'll be back.
You really think the entrance to the lost gold and bar mine is under Taylor's place?
Rumor says it is. Taylor's never denied it.
Well, then any price you pay Taylor for his place would be cheap. But if that's so, why don't he do something about it himself?
Maybe he lacks capital or initiative. Here comes young Lane. Beat it out the back way. I don't want him to find you here. Hello, Jimmy.
I want to borrow some more money, Black.
You're never going to get your place paid for at this rate, Jimmy. You're increasing your debt instead of reducing it.
Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll hit a lucky streak at Taylor's someday, and I'll just pay off the whole thing.
All right. How much do you want this time?
Oh, a couple of thousand.
Have a drink, Jimmy.
Sure. Good idea.
Have a sir.
Thanks.
Hope old Taylor shows up pretty soon. I'm kind of getting out of the notion of having trouble with him.
Yeah, you ought to fuss. Your fella never hurt anybody.
Don't let him fool you. There, Jimmy. Sign this note.
Sign, I owe you. That's good enough.
Well, now, let's be legal about this, Jimmy. You're a businessman.
Sure, business is business.
Hey, Jimmy. Now, take that home to your sister and don't waste it gambling.
Listen, I'm old enough to know what I'm doing. Thanks a lot, Black.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Clark, come in here. Take a look at that. What's a quitclaim deed to his ranch? Notice the date on it. I can take over any time I want. Well, what are you waiting for? You've got to give young Lane a reasonable time to lose that roll. Get over there and help him. All right, Black.
Give me some more chips.
Yeah, give me one. I wonder where Lane got the fresh money.
I'm very good, but I know where he's going to lose it.
Hey, I got a bone to pick with you. In fact, I got a whole skeleton to pick. I'm tired of having my men come around here and getting drunk and losing their money in your place.
Well, ain't your men big enough and old enough to take care of themselves? They're sure ugly enough. If you want to ride herd on them, you might stop them from coming in here and wrecking this place every payday.
This place was a wreck long before we had a mine around here. I don't know how you managed to hold it together this long.
Well, if you don't like the way I'm running the place, why don't you buy it and run it yourself?
Oh, it's an idea. How much you want for it?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I mean, it ain't for sale. Go on and get out of here and let me alone. I've got troubles of my own, and more coming up.
Hey, what do you got down here that you have to keep locked up?
None of your business.
I bet it ain't what you say it is.
And what do I say it is?
I've been hearing things.
Hey, Webb.
Taylor got his hiding downstairs.
You won't let on to him if I tell you?
Oh, no. But what you got?
His mother-in-law.
That's it.
I'll call you. I'll call that 50 and raise.
And I'll see it, and I'll raise you 50.
I call you.
It'll cost you another 50.
I'll call that and raise.
Well, I'm going to call you and raise you 50.
You two are whipsawing me. Take it easy, kid. You don't know what you're talking about.
Call me a liar, will you? Oh, bro. Hey, give me that. Go on. Go on. Give me that. I'll take this money. Take this money. You're going to give me this money, all right? Take it. Why, you got this money.
Hello, Taylor. Well, I'm ready to buy your place. I ain't ready to sell. You told me once that you were. Any more fights like this, you'll be driven out of business.
Never mind, I ain't selling to you.
You sell to me or nobody. Hey, if anybody
anybody's going to buy this place, it'll be me.
Where will you get the money from?
Out of the ground, honestly. Instead of out of the people, dishonestly, like you.
Be careful with your recriminations, Mr. Jones. Or I'll take you to law.
Did he tell me to be careful with?
Now, Eddie, you'll be all right. You get me a glass of water? Don't you think the shock might kill him?
Fuzzy, you said you wanted to buy this place.
Oh, I had ideas of that. Changed my mind.
No, you've just got to do it.
Why?
Because if you don't, I'll have to sell to Black. And when he finds out how I've been lying to him all this time, he'll kill me.
Lying to him? What do you mean?
Never mind. But you've got to buy it. You don't want to see me a corpse, do you?
No.
Well, I'll sell it cheap.
Well, I'm tempted. If I bought this place, will it kill me?
Well, he needn't know anything about it till the place is yours. Then he'll be right proud of you for the bargain you bought.
Hey, be more fights out there, and ain't going to be no bargain.
There won't be no more fights. You can keep orders. They'll respect you, and they'll respect you more when you're the boss.
Do you think so?
Why, certainly they will.
Well, I'd have to pay you off to do it.
Well, that'll do. Now, ride out to mine and get it. And hurry up before I change my mind. You'll never get another chance like this.
All right.
Wait a minute. You better go out the back way so Billy won't see you.
I think that's a good idea.
Oh, let me sleep, will you?
Flatnose, you seen Fuzzy?
Nope, haven't seen him since the scrap. When does the next one come up?
I'll let you know. You seen Fuzzy? He ain't in here. So I see. Are you two up to something?
How do you mean?
Well, if you don't know, I'm sure I can't tell you.
The scheme didn't work out. Billy Carson mixed in.
Yeah, I know it. We'll get him.
Yeah, when?
Our time will come.
Here now. Fuzzy Jones has gone to his mind to get Goldust to buy the Taylor place.
We'd better stop him.
Too late. We'll get him on the way back.
Take Den along with you. Watch him.
Old Whiskers will never know what hit him. Oh, Mr. Jones.
Hey, if Billy asks if you've seen me, you tell him you ain't.
I won't lie, even for you. My job's to guard this mine.
Well, you don't have to tell him if you don't ask you.
That suits me. I'm again all unnecessary talk, like the present.
Get her out. Let him get close so he won't miss. What's the matter, Dad?
Nothing.
Well, get going.
coming. Keep down and shut up.
All right, Bart, try to get in behind him. Get down there, Deb, and close in on him.
The men have your partner ambushed up in this canyon.
Thanks.
Jim, go get your horse. He'll need help.
Deb, I think he's out of ammunition. Let's close in. Carson in the lane.
How is he?
He's not hit hard.
Good. I'll go back and check on Fudge. I found where Fuzzy made him stand, but he's gone.
I hope he hasn't been hurt.
I don't think so. I think he's up to something, and he's trying to avoid me. Jim, think you can ride?
I think I'll be all right.
Okay, I'll help you on your horse.
The way everybody left town after you did, I thought they were after you.
They were, but they missed me. Now, let's get down to business. I want a contract and a legal bill of sale and heck, it's pork corpuscles and all that sort of stuff.
I'll give you a bill of sale as soon as I weigh the dust.
I'm sure Jim will be all right. I hope you find Fuzzy.
I will. He's probably going back to the mine.
Have you any idea who's causing all this trouble around here?
I think so.
Thanks, Driver.
Don't mention it. Bye, Miss Lane.
Well, there's your bill of sale. And good luck to you. She's all yours.
Well, guess I'll have to do a little cleaning up around here now.
Hey, now you can tell me what's down there.
You promise you won't tell anybody?
Not a soul.
You don't say. I've got to get out of here before Black finds out what I've done. He'd kill me if he knew. What ails you?
I'm just worried about what Billy will do to me when he finds out what I've done. Oh,
Wonder if I made a mistake. I saw Fuzzy arrive with the gold dust. Old man Taylor will probably try to sneak out with it sometime after sundown. Watch out for it.
We'll take care of him.
When you get back, we'll go to work on Fuzzy.
Stop that noise. I just bought this place. Things are going to be different around here.
You're darn tootin' it's going to be different. And you think I'm going to work for an old he-goat? You got another thing coming.
And you can't talk that way to your boss.
You ain't my boss. I quit.
He quit at first.
Hey, I heard what he said. I heard him. Remember me? I can do it. Sure I can. Don't you believe me?
Doggone, I gotta believe it. Here, take these and go in and whip up some chow.
Yeah. Listen, I don't have to cook with that bird thing. Here. You'll find the bucket right over yonder.
Yeah, thanks, Whipfoot.
And don't call me Webfoot. I told you 100 times my name is Webb.
Hey, what am I doing? The boss.
Fuzzy get back?
Yep, but he left again.
Did he say where he was going?
No, but he wasn't up to no good.
What do you mean?
I don't mean nothing, but if my partner came sneaking back here and cleaned out the safe, I wouldn't stand here talking. Wages is due me.
That old skinflint. I'll tell you what you do. You keep half of what comes over the bar for yourself.
That's nothing new. I've been doing that ever since I've been here. I quit.
Kurt, you take the regular job as dealer. Fuzzy won't know the difference. Then all you boys will make some money.
I always did want to get into a game where I knew the dealer.
You two stand by and back up Kurt's play. Now beat it. Kurt, keep an eye on Dent. I think I know signs of a yellow streak in it.
I've been thinking the same.
That looks good. Give me that. Gosh, that's good. Give me another.
You better mix it yourself.
Hey, give me a chip some money.
What is it, a hold-up?
No, your dealer. Taylor kept him in the office.
Come on.
Hey! Come here, somebody! What kind of an eight-nature code?
Game's open. Come and get it.
Now, keep quiet because I own this place.
Are you the boss?
That's right. You're the guy I'm looking for.
Hey, give me a hand with him. We're talking about that.
Here, you wear this thing. Maybe you can cook better.
Hey, I'll quit before I wear this thing. It makes my head hot.
Well, let's fry an egg on it.
I'll find it. Oh.
All right, man. Feel me out. Okay.
All right. All right. Come on, give us a hand. Good. That is it. Good. Yeah, give me a handful. Okay, are you feeling? All right, here we go. This is the time I'm going to win, boy.
Are you sure you're the regular dealer around here? Why, certainly. Taylor told me the concession. I split all I win with the house.
What do you do with what you lose?
That's your worry.
My word.
My worry.
I'm worried.
Hey, Fuzzy, how about some more cash? Things getting low. Come on, dig up some money. Can't hold out here much longer.
There's only one way to fix that.
What's that?
You just wait and see.
Hey, Webfoot, come here.
Listen, the name is Webb, and you know it. Stop calling me Webfoot.
The kitchen's closed. The bar's open. Get over there.
Look, if I'm going to handle 2 jobs around here, I want more money.
Stop griping. I'll give you more money.
Hey, if you give me any of before.
That's right.
I can...
Give me some chips. What's the idea? The bank needs money, don't it? Yeah. Clam out to me. From now on, the game is blackjack. Aces, please. Anybody want to try to beat that?
Give me some more of that hot stuff. I've got a headache.
What hot stuff?
Oh, you know, like I got before.
Oh, you mean like you got before?
Yeah.
Oh, I keep that in the kitchen. Come on, I'll give you some. Come on, now, you just you stand right there now. Just, no, right there. Now, you stay right there, and I'll get it for you.
Hey, now let's see what we got here. Uh-oh, another blackjack. Yeah.
Let me take a look at this.
Why?
You've been winning a little too easy.
Yeah, you have been mighty lucky, Fuzzy. 5 blackjacks in a row and an ace-jack, too. Same cards you was dealing with.
Look here, man. 5 jacks. There's the 6th one and 5 aces. Now, what is it easy for you to make 21? You know what we do as crooked gamblers around here?
Just what do you do to them? Go on. What do you do?
We take them apart and find out what makes them crooked.
As I was coming in here, I saw him slip those extra cards in that deck. Either of you want to take it up from there?
I had no part in it.
That's good. Now get him out of here. You two can come back if you behave yourselves. If he comes in here again, he better come in with his gun in front of him. Go on, out of here.
got here just in time.
Just in time seems like I'm a little late. I want to talk to you, Buzz.
But Billy, you know that I always wanted to own a place like this.
Well, that part of it's all right.
It is. Well, thanks, pal. I knew you'd understand. Hey, business is rushing. I got to go.
Hey, wait a minute. I want to talk to you. Give me some days. Come here, Buzz. I want to talk to you. Now, listen, you're not too busy to talk to your pal here. I'm your pal. Don't you remember me? Well, actually, surely. Just a short. I got you.
Yeah, I'm busy.
You're a bit. I am not too busy. I don't mind you buying the place.
You don't, Billy? Well, that's swell, because I was scared you was going to get...
Now, you shut up and listen. You're into something bigger than you think. You're in a tough spot.
How's that?
I passed old man Taylor coming into town.
What'd he say?
Nothing. He was dead.
Dead? Why, he's carrying the dust, and I paid him.
Well, that's what they were after. Unless I miss my guess, they'll be after you next.
Maybe I better hire myself a bodyguard.
Hey, listen. If I don't get some help around here, I'm going to quit.
Oh, please don't do that. I'll be with you in a minute.
A minute's too long. You either come on right out here now or else.
All right.
Excuse me. Now, you remember what I told you, Bud?
I reckon being boss of a place like this would be all right if you had somebody else to do the work.
Everything all right?
Yeah. Burke and Dad are on the way to the lanes with the man that's going to serve the eviction notice.
I only hope Lane is stupid enough to put up a fight.
Well, he's pretty hot-headed.
That's what I'm counting on.
You go to the house and serve the papers. We'll cover you from here.
But I don't understand. There must be some mistake.
It's perfectly legal, Miss Lane. You'll have to vacate your ranch. We're not going. It's a trick of blacks. I signed a note, not a deed. I only understand what my instructions are. You'll have to get out. We're not going. Why,
Jim, please let me handle this.
I'm sorry, Miss Lane.
Wait, I want to talk to you.
Take that paper and get out. Put that gun down, Lane.
It ought to be time now. Get back there and meet the boys.
Right.
Hey, where you going?
Out.
Why did you do that? You might have killed him.
Well, he was trying to throw us out.
Yes, and why? Because you borrowed more money from Horace Black and let him quit you.
You know, I like this place. How about giving me a job?
You're big enough and ugly enough.
I was a pretty baby.
Something must have went wrong. Hey, how'd you like a job as my bodyguard?
That's me. How much?
Well, I'll give you 3 drinks and grub.
Forget the grub. I'll take the job.
It's a deal.
Huh?
just got some buckshot in his shoulder.
Black said to finish the job and bring him in after sundown.
Well, why don't he do it himself? Then he'd be in as deep as we are.
Maybe that's why. Come on.
Any special reason Black should want this ranch?
He doesn't want the ranch, he wants Ruth. Trying to get rid of me.
That's different. You know, Lane, you played right into his hands when you fired that shot. It's a good thing you didn't kill that deputy. But you'll be in a tough spot just the same.
Yeah, I know. I've been way out of line. Things will be different now if it's not too late.
Well, you're on your chance to prove that there's a plot against you. That's going to be tough, especially against a smart lawyer.
Things couldn't be much worse.
Yeah, I know. Now, when I'm back to town, look around. A couple of angles I want to go into. Bye-bye.
Hey, Carson. Come here a minute.
What do you want?
A friend of ours is in a jam. I want your advice.
Friend of ours? Who is it?
Young Jimmy Lane. Just killed a law officer.
Killed him? How was he killed?
One inside. A bullet straight through the heart. Come here, I'll show you.
Yep, dead center. You know, Black, that gun must have been held pretty close to burn the shirt that way.
Yes. Yes, of course.
I suppose you've notified the sheriff.
I hated to, but it's the only legal thing I could do.
Sure, being a lawyer.
Sheriff will be here tomorrow, about noon. He's up Sierra way.
Thanks, Mr. Black. Not at all.
All down now, boys. Down to 29. All right, boys, all right. Why don't you get out of my way?
How can I get out of your way and guard your body?
You don't have to stay that close. By the way, if you see Billy Carson, tell him to come in and lend me a hand. My feet are killing me. And mention to him that he's still my partner.
Yes.
Come outside, Black. I want to talk to you. Trying to get away. I left 10 watching the place.
Good. I'll send one of the other boys out in the morning. You lay low.
All right, Black.
Hey, Billy. Loan me a hand, will you? I'm only...
I haven't got time, Bud.
Hey, what do you got there?
Come into the office, I'll tell you. Now, there's your evidence, Bud.
Yeah, the evidence of what?
Young Lane didn't shoot the deputy. Somebody else did.
Talk outside, Lane done it.
I know. That's what somebody else wants you to think.
Hooper.
Horace Black. This was the shirt the deputy was wearing when young Lane shot him. See that torn shoulder there? But there's no bullet hole over the heart, like there is in the one the dead man's wearing now.
You mean Black had him killed and you're building up a case against him?
That's my idea. Sheriff will be here tomorrow.
Oh, don't do that. Don't have Black arrested.
Why not? He was trying to burn this shirt, Buzz. He's guilty.
I know he is. But Black's going to buy this place, and I got to sell it. It's making me old before my time.
Well, you better move fast.
I'll do anything. I'll get rid of this place before I go crazy.
Hey, Buzz.
Yeah.
I want you to do something for me.
What?
I have an idea that the man that killed the deputy killed old Taylor, too. I want you to circulate a rumor that old man Taylor's out with the Lane.
Yeah, but old man Taylor's dead.
I know that, but I'm the only one that's sure of it. Others may have their doubts. They'll investigate. Then we'll see what happens. Now go on, do what I told you.
Well, hurry up.
So that's the way it is. I'm sure that Black had Taylor and the deputy killed.
Looks that way. But how are we going to prove it?
I planted some seeds last night and this morning. Let's take a ride, see what's grown up.
Hey, where's Black?
He's not here. I don't know where he is.
Well, when he comes in, tell him I want to see him and to bring the money.
What money?
Yeah, well, just tell him. He'll know.
That's the Lane place. There are two men watching it from opposite sides. Both of them wondering whether old Taylor's in there.
You've got nothing on me. You've got me wondering, too.
I'm going to let one of them take me. Be back my sled.
Where you going, Sergeant?
I'm going into Lane to make Taylor buy back the place he sold my partner.
Even if old Taylor was there, which he ain't, he wouldn't have enough money to buy anything with.
You're crazy. My partner paid him plenty.
Yeah, I'm crazy. Crazy as a fox. It won't do any harm to tell you, because you're not going to live long enough to repeat it. We got old Taylor last night just as he was leaving town. Took all his money away from him and left him for dead.
I don't believe you. Next, you'll be telling me you shot the deputy instead of young Lane.
No. Lane shot him all right, but he didn't kill him.
I guess you did.
No, but I know who did.
That's mighty interesting. Suppose you tell me about it. You want to hang for it, or would you rather tell me who did it?
Oh, Burke did it. Black told him to get rid of young Lane.
That ought to do it, Sheriff.
It'll help. Where is Burke?
Over there on the other side of the house.
We'll pick him up, too. Hey, Mr. Black, just a minute.
I got to talk to you.
What about?
Something very important. It might affect your whole future. Follow me.
Well, what is it?
You boys wanted to buy this place. I'll sell it to you for the same price I paid Taylor. That's a bargain, too.
Why do you want to sell?
Well, I can't run this place. I'm mine, too. And besides, I'm having trouble with my partner.
Well, I was interested, but I don't know as I am now.
I always wanted to give you first choice, but there's another party that's interested.
Who?
Oh, I can't tell you that now.
He's either hiding or he's seen us and lit out. We'd better head for town fast.
We'll travel fast if we leave Dent with the Lane, and we can explain things to him.
It's a good idea. Hey, what do you keep watching for?
Well, that other buyer's liable to be here any minute. He'd be quite hostile if he found out I was selling to somebody else.
All right. But I haven't got all cash. You mind taking some dust?
Sure not. That's my business.
All right, I'll get it. You wait here.
I'll be here. What are you doing with that law shark? Plenty. You hang around. There's bound to be some trouble.
We'll sure hold him for you.
Then we won't lose our ranch.
No. The sheriff's not going to press the charges against Jim. If he behaves himself.
You can count on that.
Where's Black?
What's up?
Sheriff and Billy Carson found dead and arrested.
That cinches it. I'm sure of it now.
Sure of what?
Black has sold us out to save himself. He's gone to the saloon with all the money he's got.
Why, that dirty double-crosser, we ain't going to let him get away with it, are we?
You get Tom and Hank. They're down the street. They want in on this.
Right.
Truth, my partner don't approve of me owning this place. You see, he's jealous because I'm making more money than he is.
Sure, the place could be made to pay very well.
What was that? That must be the fellow that wants to buy this place. Go ahead and fill out the papers.
I think I do.
Well, then there's no sense in me telling you. Come on, fill out the papers, fill out the papers.
That'll teach you not to shoot up my face.
You better get healed. Make a stand. Why, those are my men. Open up! No, they're not. Don't open that door or we both get killed.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you trying to do? Why, you little runt, you...
Come on, I was coming in next. Come on, open it up.
Bartender, give me another one of those hot drinks, please.
Gentlemen are here. There's been a plot to murder me. Yeah, he just bought this place, Sheriff. There's something you ought to know. What's that? Well, there's nothing under this place except an old loom for making rugs. You see, old Taylor liked to make rugs, but he was ashamed to let anybody know it.
The joke's on you, Fuzzy. That bill of sale is contingent upon the entrance of the old and bare mine being under here.
What does he mean? That don't matter. He's dead. You mean I got this place and the money, too? I don't see what else. But I don't want this place. Then give it to somebody.
Shooting's all over. Come on, Wetfoot.
Listen, the name is Webb. I've told you that 100 times. Now quit calling me Webfoot.
Ah, try it. Hey, how would you like to own this place?
I wouldn't have it as a gift.
That's just how you're going to get it. It's yours.
All right. If it's mine, the first thing I'm going to do is fire the cook. Why, that's me.
I told you I'd buy this place and give it away.
You win, but you sure did it the hard way. Now, come on, get that money and put it back in our safe.
You made it.